Hey there. Welcome back to the workshop on resilience, return to happiness in uncertainty. Now, are you wanting more fulfillment and inner peace in your life? Well, thank you. Then you're in the right place. I am Dr. Z, greeting you in light, love, peace, and harmony. And I've been blessed to be able to help a lot of people improve their happiness, more inner peace, and achieve more of the meaningful goals for their lives. And I prepared another presentation for you. Here we are. And I've been teaching and mentoring and helping people achieve more peace, more goal attainment. And I love this work. I've also been blessed to write a couple of books. One is a #1 Amazon bestseller, Engaged, for managers and leaders who want to sustain their businesses, develop. The second one is a powerful personal development tool, 25 Days to Live in Your Happiness. And people are telling me that it's absolutely changing their lives. Students have earned more money. Students have found more joy. They've found more balance in their lives and set themselves on a new path of transformation. You see, I earned my doctorate degree in adult continuing education, human resource development at Virginia Tech. And I did my dissertation on transformative learning. So what does that mean? It means that I invested 5 years, 9 months, and 3 days of my life studying and learning how to help you transform your life. And then I practiced it for 15 years in corporations, universities, and high schools. And so today, before we get started, I want to say thank you for the comments and the emails that you've sent in. I've read them all and responded. And this is our third video in this series. And we're going to focus on productivity and mutual cooperation, which are the last 2 steps of this universal formula for resilience. The one that I was led to help me come out of the darknesses into the light, to get back on top during the pandemic. Now, if you missed the first 2 videos, then I highly recommend that you go back and watch them now. They really are required viewing for anyone that wants to have more inner peace and happiness during this pandemic. Because I want you to get the full value, the full benefit of this series. And so please go back, watch the 2. Here are the links down below. And don't worry, I'll be here when you come back. Yeah. So in the first 2 videos, I taught you about how to achieve the desired result of moving out of loss and fear energies. And I shared definitions of how to begin to rethink fear into faith, which, when properly defined as actions and a states of being, that it will give you calmness of the heart. Today, I want to show you how to solve the problem of limited productivity, which is a result of fear and loss. And so this video is going to show how to solve that problem through increasing your productivity and mutual cooperation. It's about manifesting more of what you really want and being resilient by using this proven formula. And once you know how to readjust and restore your life, then you'll have more relief, you'll be more excited and inspired to keep moving. Now, in order to apply the formula, it really only takes a few simple steps. But the problem is, with loss and fear, it produces limiting productivity. If Science tells us that 90% of people are thinking the same 60,000 thoughts today that they thought yesterday. And most of them are negative. You see, they have the same feelings and the same behaviors of yesterday, and they focus in on their past. So they stay in this cycle of reproducing the same results over and over again. And they wonder why things don't change. Well, it's because they haven't created the thoughts and feelings to change their behaviors to get different results. You know, Einstein said the definition of insanity is doing the same things but expecting different results. Yes. You've heard that before, right? Yes. Thank you. So in order to apply this formula fully, you just need to follow the few steps. And no matter what's going on around you, there's a universal formula that applies every time and involves these few steps here on the screen. Moving from loss to faith plus productivity plus mutual cooperation equals resilience. Now, the first step, though, is rethinking what faith looks like for you today. And then learn how to accomplish the next step of productivity. And then lastly, no one can increase their lives by themselves. So mutual cooperation is that last step. Does this make sense? Yes? Thank you. Now, mutual cooperation is like a universal law of achievement. See, the problem is so many people, they're not willing to ask for what they want. So maybe they're driving with a foggy windshield. They may not have the clarity about their direction and where it is they want to go. So many people have been diseased by the self-criticism and the criticism of others at home and at work. So much so that they don't know what will really satisfy their hearts and their souls. But when you engage in relationships based in mutual cooperation, you help others with a purity of intention, simply wanting success for your brother and your sister. And the law is when you give out, it comes back to you, multiplied. It's the law. Have you ever heard of the statement, what goes around comes around? Yes, thank you. I believe that's true. The law of giving and receiving, both sides of the law. As you give, then you will receive. And the true reality is when you give to other people, you are actually giving to yourself because we are one, we are connected totally. And the spiritual law of reciprocity comes into play. It'll kick in. Mutually beneficial cooperation. That's what we're after. Yes. Everybody benefits. So let's then look at a case study to see how this works. Successes of our students have really been amazing. Let's look and see what Carol has to say.
Okay, so hi, we're here with one of our students, one of our friends, Carol Mutman. Carol, would you tell us kind of who you are and you know what you're all about, and then we want to ask you a few additional questions.
Okay, I'm Carol Mutman, wife, mother, friend, community organizer. One of my major titles is the founder and president of the Organization for Training Others in Need, often, which is a 501c3 organization we founded 28 years ago, where we train residents of the District of Columbia, and we do everything from theater, training to job training. We've just been really fortunate to have thousands of young people and older people who have come through our training programs here in the district.
Yes, beautiful. And congratulations on your success, your continuous success, your life.
Yeah.
Would you tell us, what was your experience? You just recently took the resilience course, Resilience, Return to Happiness course. What was your experience with the course?
I found it to be, trying not to overstate, but to say it was really amazing. Some of the, for example, I think one of the interesting things about the program is that it asks you to read the 25 Days to Live in Your Happiness book in conjunction with actually doing the program. And I had the book and had for some years had read part of it and had read it through the book, had worked some of the exercises, but had never finished it. And this, I think, really was sort of like the icing on the cake, because when I went back and completed the sections, the actions that I had not completed in the book, along with working through the worksheets that you had given us. I think the key word for me would be manifestations. The manifestations that happened were just absolutely amazing.
Now, that was Carol's initial reaction. Here are a few more thoughts from her about achieving her goals.
Set a goal that was more of a wish than a goal, you know. And it happened, and it's happening as we speak. You know, that's amazing. I mean, you know, the renovation is taking place, the money is there, it's all of it, you know. It's just, what can you say? I want to say people need to really set their goals and let it happen, you know.
Yeah, but it's, you know, I find it's more than just setting the goal, it's achieving it. And what
but somehow or another in the setting, and I think in not just the setting, but in making it specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and a target date. I think that's what brings it into manifestation.
Well, yeah, it's a system. It's a system.
Yes.
And then there's other elements to that system. But first starts with defining it properly.
Yeah.
But then the other steps in the system also, you know, bring about that manifestation, because it's something that happens inside of us. And then things begin to manifest outside. But part of this is a testimony to how plugged in and connected you are, because the manifestation, you know, occurred very quickly. Right?
Really? That's that's why I said I don't know if I'm the best person to be speaking, because, you know, I'm like, wow, this, you know, and somebody would say, well, now that's a little weird, but it's true. But, you know, and even in the reading of the, you know, of the action for the day, I mean, it was amazing. This was my action for the day. I go out, you know, to have this lunch, you know, with my husband, and then this action happens that manifests. I said, "Oh my gosh!"
Yeah, it's beautiful. Well, I applaud you for doing it, for taking these steps. You know, beyond just reading something, but actually doing what it's asking you to do. And again, it's a system that works. So I appreciate you. I love you.
Love you too. And just keep it up. Like I said.
Yeah, so that was Carol in her own words. And there are many more case studies But the bottom line is that they're learning, they're taking ownership to use the formula, take the action, and receive the results that they desire. Now, there may be some who may be thinking, I can't do this. They might be thinking, it's not for me. I don't have time. So then I would ask, well, what's not for them? Increasing their lives? See, those are the kind of limiting beliefs that keep people stuck. And it's a call from fear. But the truth is, anything that's possible for anyone is also possible for you. Yes, and you've got to believe that. And then learn and practice doing things in a certain way that's going to get the results. This formula is guaranteed to work. You just have to work it. So let's see then what Dr. Renee had to say about her experience.
Greetings. My name is Dr. Renee Fennell, and I am the proud owner of Dental First Corporation, a successful dental practice here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I am here to endorse Dr. Z's Usely Professional Coaching Program. And let me tell you my story. At the beginning of the pandemic, I was taking a downward spiral, both emotionally and financially. And I was in a rut. And I had already signed up for Dr. Z's coaching program, but I wasn't attending the classes. But he followed through with me and made sure that I came, especially during the pandemic. And I'm so glad that I did, because now I'm back on top. And not only am I back on top, because I had some time to myself because of the COVID mandatory closing of the office, I could work closer with the program. And I actually was able to fulfill a dream of mine to start a business with my daughter, Sophia. So we have started BISMA LLC, and our business takes care of healing, teaching, and inspiring women to take care of their hearts. And we provide products and resources for them to do that. Something I wanted to do for years and years and years, but never had the time, never thought that I was maybe had all of the things I needed to do it. But that's what Usely Professional Coaching Program does. It helps you get rid of all those old limiting beliefs and see yourself in a new light, in the light that God created us. So by the grace of God, I was able to get rid of those old beliefs and step into my new world. The office is running great now. We're getting prepared for 2021. And we're also getting prepared for having a wonderful year with our new business, BISMA. So thank you, Dr. Z and the Usely Coaching Program staff. It was great working with you. I do plan to work with you again. And I just hope everybody takes this opportunity to step into a new horizon, step into a new journey, leave that past stuff alone, and come and fulfill your dreams. Thank you, and best wishes for a prosperous new year. Greetings.
Okay, well, that was Dr. Renee Fennell in her own words. And I want to say it's been awesome sharing this information and seeing the excitement and the results. And that's why I put the workshop together in the first place. It's been fun, it's been rewarding, creating and sharing these videos with you. And I've been getting great comments. I love the interaction and the community that we're wanting and beginning to evolve. Now, I know these free videos have already made a big impact on many people just based on their comments and sending me emails. Maybe it's even helped you. But now you may be wondering, what is going to take to achieve the ultimate transformation of sustaining resilience and expanding happiness and inner peace on a daily basis so that it becomes a consistent way of life, not just for you, but also for your children and for their children, because you know generations to come will be impacted by the transformation that you make today. Isn't that true? Yes. Thank you. So if you're really serious about more fulfillment and inner peace, then you need to practice a step-by-step proven how-to formula, a system to achieve and sustain once and for all. So if you're interested in taking this even further and taking the next step, I put together a special offer. It's a series of 4 modules with videos and worksheets that will take you further into practicing this universal formula for resilience. There are also 3 additional bonuses. And the best thing about it is that it's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so you can learn and practice at your own pace on your own schedule. Now, I'll be opening up the course soon, but then we'll have to close down the registration. I have lots of details about this upcoming online resilience course and how you can get started, so look out for that in another email. But lastly, what I like to do is hear from you. What will you do with the information that you gain? How will you use what you've learned so far? And how will you feel when you begin to achieve more of these desired results for fulfillment and inner peace? Also, what questions do you have about all of this? Scroll down and please leave me a comment and hit that like button, But most important, leave me a comment. I've been reading them in emails and I'll be responding to them. I just want to say that I would love for you to take advantage, and I would love to hear from you about your experience with these 3 videos, what your takeaways are, what you'll do with the information, how you'll feel when you begin to get more results. So I thank you, I love you, and God continue to bless you.